Okay, we just finished 72, so now we'll just go to 73. 73, again, this stuff comes from calculus, right? But it's still algebra. So the big barrier to a success in calculus, in a lot of teachers' opinion, is basic skills, arithmetic and algebra, also trigonometry too. I'm just copying what I'm seeing over here on the problem set. And again, there's a variety of ways of doing things, but my claim over here is hopefully the way that you choose to do these things is what works for you, but we should agree upon the end. Now, by the way, the thing that I'm going to say is I don't think raising the bottom to the fourth power is going to make that any easier. So I'm just going to write the bottom down as x cubed plus 1 to the fourth power. But what I want to do is I will look at the top. And the thing I'm looking at the top is I see this x plus 1 cubed as a factor in the top and the bottom. So I'm going to factor it out. That's going to be x cubed plus 1. Now, the greatest number of times it occurs there is 2, but I can't pull out 2 factors, but I can pull out 1 factor. Now, what else do I see as a common factor? I see 3 as a common factor, so I'm going to write that down. What else do I see? Well, I see an x squared as a common factor. Again, it's a lot of bookkeeping, but I'll write this down for you. And the first thing I want to do is I want to write down, what remains there, right? So from the first term, this is the first term, by the way, I pulled out a 3, I pulled out an x squared, and I pulled out 1 factor of x cubed plus 1. That means 1 factor is left over. Minus, let's look at the next guy. Well, I pulled out a 3, I pulled out an x squared, and I pulled out a factor of x cubed plus 1. What remains? Well, it's going to be minus 2x cubed. All right, I'm going to keep writing it over and over and over again. As I do it, though, I'm starting to realize that one of these factors will cancel off. It's a conditional cancellation, but it still is a cancellation. So what do you get up there on the bottom? X cubed plus 1 to the third power. What do you get on top? 3x squared. That's coming from here. And then what do you get inside this parentheses over here? Or in parentheses now. It's going to be 1 minus x cubed. All right? So I'm going to say that's a simplification of the problem. There's not much else I can do about that. But what I want to recommend to you at this point over here is to put the restriction down. And the restriction is really coming from the original problem. It's over here. So what's the restriction over there? Well, looking at the bottom can't be 0. When would the bottom become 0? When x is equal to minus 1. So I must exclude that. All right? So I'm going to say this is my answer. And again, this is the restriction. Let's get the red pen out. See if we got the right answer. Well, I'm seeing the 3x squared. I'm seeing the 1 minus x cubed. I'm seeing x cubed plus 1 cubed. And I am seeing the restriction being listed. Thank you.